So funny enough, I was actually going to make this video about why you shouldn't upgrade your phone in 2019, but then I did some research and realized that some of you need to upgrade pretty quickly. And I'm not talking to those who have iPhones. If you have a Galaxy S7 or earlier, this might be the year. I'll tell you why right after this.
This is, you know you listening to Travis.
What up, players? Welcome back. And for all you new people, welcome. My name's Travis and I do tech videos every single week and have a blast doing them. If that sounds like fun to you, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Anything I talk about will be in the description below. But for now, let's get into the video. Now, as I said, I was actually just about to record this video and give you a bunch of reasons why you don't need to upgrade, because the technology and the hardware in these phones is pretty phenomenal. And from a performance standpoint, they pretty much last multiple years. As a matter of fact, some of these phones have more RAM than most people's computers. And from a processing standpoint, I mean, most of them are shooting 4K video, and I know that my desktop just a couple years ago couldn't render 4K video, so the fact that these little powerful handheld computing devices can multiple years ago is pretty phenomenal. But like I said, I was doing some research, and as I got all the reasons why you should not have to update your iPhone, and I'll tell you right now, one of the reasons is the updates continue to come, I tripped across something for Samsung. Now, to be honest, I didn't actually realize this because I upgrade my Note every single year. Note 7, 8, 9, oh, rest in peace Note 7, 8, 9, and then of course this year the Note 10. This doesn't affect me because I upgrade that phone every year. And I'm not saying anyone else should. I mean, really, you probably shouldn't. But in the case of S7 or earlier, the time is now. You see, the last couple of years have been tons of different malware and viruses and all types of nasty things that hit our phones. I mean, once upon a time, the safe haven was our phone. Our computers were getting attacked constantly by viruses on the internet. And now the phones are the next battleground. And because of that, it's absolutely necessary to have the latest and greatest updates for security. And some of you might not even realize that that's something that actually happens pretty regularly, at least from Google and Apple's side. Apple's really aggressive about this and tends to push out their updates when they're needed and usually on a nice cadence that you can get used to. Google, on the other hand, is pretty good about it, but the problem is the complete separation between Google and all the manufacturers that make Android phones. And despite being an Android lover and a person who is a Samsung fan, this is the one thing that really upsets me about having a Samsung phone. Their updates are not quick enough. Google comes out with an update, pushes it to their Pixel, then you've got to wait for Samsung to do it, then you've got to wait for your carrier to do it, and then you've got to wait for them to send it to you. Sometimes there's a month that goes by or longer before you get a security update for something that might take over your phone. And this is unacceptable. And this is what brings me to this video. Because Samsung actually is only giving security updates for up to about 2-ish years. Here's a list of some of the phones that are covered. And you might notice that while yes, the S7 is covered, it's also like the oldest phone of this list. If you go further down the list, you'll see some ones that get occasional updates, like quarterly. And then there's this kind of very weird section where it just kind of says they get, you know, whenever they feel like updates, which I don't even know what to expect from that. You probably use your phone for business or personal use. And if that's the case, you probably have stuff on there that you don't want leaking on the internet or having any random person having access to. And if Samsung stops giving you those updates, it's possible you are susceptible. So what do? This year, there's going to be a lot of options, and it's not all Samsung. There will be, of course, the S10, all the variants of that, and the Note 10. Maybe you don't want to have a Samsung phone anymore, and if you don't, there's a tremendous amount of options now. Some really good ones. OnePlus 6, there's Nokia has some amazing phones, if you can believe that. I know you might be like, what the heck? But they actually have some great phones. And yes, there's tons of other manufacturers, and Google Pixel is going to be one of your best options as far as security updates because you're going to get them immediately. So let's be honest, if you want to keep it very secure, one of your best bets is just to go one of the Google branded phones, which may not be the most exciting, but at least you know your phone's going to be good and your updates are going to be quick. Now, do you have to absolutely upgrade to be secure? Yes and no. I mean, to be honest, there are antivirus programs on the Play Store that you can download and use that will help protect your phone, but they also kind of slow down your phone. Don't you want it hardened at the OS level? I mean, I know I do. But here's the thing, Samsung appears to be stopping their support at around 2 years. Apple is still supporting the iPhone 5S with iOS 12, which includes security updates and performance updates and all types of cool updates. Now, I get it. From a business standpoint, this makes sense. You almost would expect more companies to do this. And Apple might be actually shooting themselves in the foot doing it this way. To be perfectly honest, I think they are, because there's less reason for you to upgrade an iPhone than there is an Android phone. But business decisions aside, that's kind of crappy. Most people buy their phones and 2 years in have paid them off, hopefully by then, and they still want to get a little more use out of it. But if your security updates have lapsed, it's time to move on. But don't believe me, check it out yourself. You can go to Samsung's site, check out all the different security updates that you are or are not eligible for. And I highly recommend that if you are no longer eligible for a security update, it's time to update your phone. Thanks Samsung for that forced upgrade cycle. If this video helped you out in any way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And if it didn't, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm here every single week, having a blast. Hope to see you again real soon. Peace and love, peace and love.